or yeah, Joey the ref begins the count here. Both men laying motionless. They may have knocked each other out. The punishment so far in this match has just been unbelievable. No movement at all. Either competitor up to a 5 count at this juncture.
6.
My goodness me.
7. 8.
Up to an 8 count. Victor
9.
starts to maybe roll over a little bit.
10. Ring the bell.
And there we go. And it's a draw, I guess you would have to call that. Both men seem to be knocked out here at this juncture, folks. What an unbelievable match between these two heavyweights here at CHWA. Unbelievable match. Talk about some hard-hitting action there. Both of these competitors very groggy getting up and trying to get moving around here a little bit. Victor up to his feet here first. Cthulhu now up on his feet outside the ring. Here's now both men coming into the ring here.
Welcome to the company, kid. Sportsmanship.
What a match between these two. Like I said, Cthulhu making his debut here when he gets one of the heavyweights and one of the founders of this company, Victor. I'll tell you what, that was an unbelievable match there, folks. Just unbelievable. Got to get my cards out because I'm old. I can't remember what comes next. All right. Also, when I got to the arena tonight, I was informed that Radical Rick needed to address the fans here in person, and he also needed to address all the fans in Facebook and YouTube land. So, Radical Rick, if you want to come on out, my man, the floor is yours.
I had to make sure that I was clear to compete. Doctor says I can't fight tonight, but I got a surprise for you.
Let me stop you right there. I don't care what the doctor says. I don't care what he says. You want to accuse me of crap? You're going to be a man. You're going to get in this ring. You're going to get the whooping you deserve, and we're going to settle it like men. See you later.
All right, Radical Rick saying that he hasn't been cleared by the doctors to fight tonight. So I don't know. He was slated to take on TJ Adams later on in the show, but I guess we'll have to wait and see if that actually happens. So our next match is the Mayhem division, and that's the one I always tell you, y'all put your wife and kids to bed because you usually get pretty intense and pretty ugly. So coming to the ring first, she weighs in 130 pounds, all the way from Woodstock, New York, Lazera. Always starting to do that. That's the only reason you come.
I would too.
That's not Lazera. Alright, we got Lazera here in the ring. This is a triple threat match. I think I left that part out earlier. So the second opponent in this match weighs in at 189 pounds. He's from the depths of hell. Azrael, the Nightmare Knight.
Twice.
our current Mayhem Division champion. He weighs in at 160 pounds. He hails from Washington, D.C., Matt Revelation.
Mr. Revelation, I don't want you to forget what is in this briefcase. Don't make me have to use it tonight, buddy. We'll see.
All right, Azrael the Nightmare Knight making reference to the fact that he does have the money in the bank, so he could cash that in at any time here. As you can see, the Mayhem title, that's what's on the line here tonight, folks. Ought to be a pretty good match here. Triple threat match. This could end up just about anywhere, man. The front yard, down the street, who knows? Going to be a crazy match, I'm sure. 3 of them in the ring. This is going to be crazy as all get out. It's just a brawl. The Nightmare and...
Yeah!
The Nightmare and Matt Revelation here. They know that he's the title holder, so they're going to try to take him out. Oh, slams was there. I believe her head smashed into the turnbuckle there. Big stomps now. Rolls Lazer out onto the floor here. There's a chance now with Matt Revelation. Matt Revelation. Oh, just pummeling Matt Revelation. The Nightmare just fired up here tonight. Bringing the pain here. Oh, has him in a reverse choke. Oh, elbows now to the side of the head here. Just unbelievable brutality coming out of the gate. That's what I was saying with this Mayhem Division, folks. If you have a weak stomach, turn the TV off. Unbelievable. Oh, Lazer has a trash can lid. As the Nightmare goes to come over, she cracks him right in the head with it. Oh, a huge now smashes it on Matt Revelation's head. Another shot now to the Nightmare's head. Lazer yells out, come on. She is bringing the pain, folks. Both competitors, all the competitors here dishing out the punishment to one another. Lazer has both competitors set up in the corner. Huge shoulder now into the gut area of the Nightmare.
A nightmare and a champ. One show.
Oh, and a huge kick now to the midsection of Matt Revelation, followed by a big right hand and several more here. Dishing out the pain. Now it's a huge kick for Nightmare. Oh, slams her over. My goodness, folks. The impact of that was unbelievable. Nightmare up on his feet. Matt Revelation now with a kick to the midsection. Bulldog, I guess you'd call that there. I kind of missed it. Oh, sends him crashing out onto the spectators outside on the floor here. We have a packed house here tonight, folks. If you haven't noticed, we got quite a few people here in the arena tonight. Pretty good turnout here. Oh, and it's a clutch now. Now they're back and just smashing him and hammering down on the leg here. Just unbelievable brutality here. Azrael the Nightmare just dishing out the punishment here to Matt Revelation. Lazer now comes running back in out of nowhere. It's a gas can, smashing it over the head of Lazer, over the head of the Nightmare. Lazer quickly into the ring now with the crutch now, smashing it over the head of Matt Revelation. Oh, just jams it into the side of his face here now. Just unbelievable brutality in this match. Holy cow, folks, coming right out on top of me here. Blatantly just choking Matt Revelation, but that's the thing with the Mayhem Division, folks. Anything goes. This is just insanity right out of the gates here in this match. Carnage all over this arena, folks. Azrael the Nightmare slowly making his way back up onto the side. He's telling Kinsey she's number one. Now smashes her over the head with a cookie sheet. Oh my goodness me, folks. It's ECW here. Remember, it's there with the cookie sheet. Off to the top rope, cookie sheet to the back of Lazer's back. Just unbelievable. Just raining down punches down to the back. Oh! Unbelievable there. Matt Revelation comes flying across the ring out of nowhere and just destroys basically the Nightmare. You see Matt Revelation holding onto that knee, wincing in pain. All three of these competitors just have suffered all kinds of damage already. Just unbelievable here, folks. Matt Revelation up on his feet. Oh, it's a kick now. You can see Matt Revelation hobbling, hard word to say. Give up. He's walking around with one leg basically. So here we go now. There, the Nightmare disappeared out of the ring. Got sent to the outside. Now Matt Revelation has the cookie sheet again. Puts it right down in the front of the face of the man. Then stomps her face down into the cookie sheet. Unbelievable here. Matt Revelation has the Nightmare making his way back into the ring here now. Matt Revelation going up onto the second rope here, folks. Oh, it's a flying headbutt all the way across the ring. Still grabbing a hold of that knee, though. Well, Lazera definitely going to feel the effects of that. Nightmare is on his feet, but I'm not sure if he knows exactly where he is. Oh, he had a 2 count. The referee right on top of it there. The Nightmare comes in to break the count, though. All 3 competitors now trying to get their wits about them as to where they are and what's actually going on here. Just unbelievable brutality at this juncture, folks. I still think the Nightmare is trying to take the cobwebs out. Now, a huge shoulder from Matt Revelation. Oh, right into a cookie sheet to the forehead from Lazera. Oh, and it's the mist from the Nightmare into the face of Lazera. Blinds you and chokes you, makes it difficult to see or even breathe. Oh, it's a huge suplex now. Matt Revelation rolling right out on top of us here. The Nightmare quickly right over on top of him. Grabs him by the throat, picks him up. Oh, and it's missed into the face of Matt Revelation and a couple of fans in there here. Sorry about that, folks. No charge for that. You're welcome. So, anyway, I hope the spectators are okay. I hope they're not upset about that happening here. The Nightmare now just bringing the fight to Matt Revelation here. Just unbelievable here. Lazera over in the corner, still trying to get her wits about her, figure out where she's at and what's going on. The Nightmare goes flying in. Lazera moves out of the way. Smashes off of that top turnbuckle now. And Lazera now quickly over. I can't see what she does. She's got a hold of his arm now. Kicks Lazera off of him here now. Matt Revelation right over in front of us. I don't know. His knee is probably shot to hell the way it appears, folks. He hasn't been able to put any weight on it for about the last 5 minutes here in the match. The Nightmare now up to his feet, but I'm not sure if he even knows where he's at this juncture. He doesn't know if that's blood or what that is, but the Nightmare seems to be happy about it. Right in the living room, folks, right on top of us here. Matt Revelation coming to the outside, right on my feet. Unbelievable brutality. Now the Nightmare setting up again, comes over the top rope, smashes down onto Matt Revelation. As you can see, this is just rocks and dirt out here, folks. It's not like that's padded right there. There's no give to it at all. Lazera making her way over this way now. She's got a baseball bat. I don't think Matt Revelation can even get to his feet at this juncture, folks. Caught up in the dang curtain. Thank you. I got caught up in the entry curtain. The Nightmare's now back out of nowhere. Takes Matt Revelation, throws him into the ring. So they're beginning to move back into the ring here apparently now. Oh, Lazera with the ball bat now just smashed it into the side of the Nightmare. Unbelievable here, folks. This is just crazy. Smacking it now across the back of Matt Revelation. You see the Nightmare laid out right in front of me here on the apron. Lazera now throws the ball bat down, comes over to do some more damage to Azrael the Nightmare here. Goes for a cover. This is for the championship. Oh! Nightmare kicks out. About the time he kicked out, Matt Revelation came flying in. Almost took a left to the face there, he did. Unbelievable here, folks. With this much action going on in the ring, I need my buddy Clay Ready-Made to be here to help me out. I'm a ready-made man. I miss you, Clay. So here we go. Back to the action now. I was going to get my plug into my fellow commentator, Clay Ready-Made. All the competitors now, I believe, are just trying to get their wits and energy back here. This has been brutal out of the gates here so far. Lots of action so far. Been a heck of a show for our return show here. Lazera now running over his shoulder now to the midsection. Almost breaks Matt Revelation in half as he collapses down to the mat. Now the Nightmare making his way back into the ring. Ironically, he has a jack-o'-lantern. Throws it on, then it's a back to the stomach and out of the back here. Matt Revelation was very slow. A couple of bats now to the back of Matt Revelation and a third one just for good measure there. Oh, and it's a huge kick out of nowhere from Lazera into the leg of Azrael the Nightmare. Takes him down to one knee now. That Revelation, you see, just dragging that leg around. I don't know if he's going to be able to even stand on that, folks. Big right hand out of the side of the head of Lazera. Several of them being thrown here by the Nightmare. Oh, that Revelation with a huge kick to the head. You can see him grabbing a hold of that knee, though, still wincing in pain. The Nightmare looks like he's laid out. Kenzie's barely able to. Kenzie, good golly. Sorry about that. Lazera. Do it every time. Now we have a cover and another cover here. Joey, the referee's got his hands full with this match so far, folks. You almost wonder if the referee enjoys the match more like this. All he's got to do is do the 3 count. You don't got to worry about weaponry or count out, breaking the hold or any of that. It's just free for all here. That Revelation now back up on his feet. Baseball bat now to the rib area of Lazera. And another shot now. Lazera definitely feeling the effects of that. You can hear her coughing out, actually. Oh, Revelation now just hammering baseball bats down into the side of Lazera. Rolls her over. We have a cover here. 2 count. Lazera kicks out, and the Nightmare comes flying in to try and break the count here. Unbelievable match here so far, folks. All the competitors now just kind of hammering on the other one. Right hand there, the right hand return. Lazera the first one up onto her feet. That Revelation, Nightmare just throwing punches back and forth. Lazera now comes in the curb stomps Nightmare to the canvas. That Revelation with a cover, a kick now to the head of Matt Revelation, breaks the count though. That ring rope right in the middle, that was pretty crappy. Unbelievable match here. Lazera the only one on her feet at this juncture. Matt Revelation kind of using Lazera to get to his feet. The knee is just not allowing it. Lazera just shoves him back down to the mat now. Competitors moving all over here trying to get their wits about them. Set this over here for right now. Ironically, I'm going to put the mayhem. Oh, and it's a kick and a punch from the Nightmare there all in one motion. Sorry about that. I was trying to get that belt somewhere other than me hold it. Alright, so here we go. Nightmare and Lazera now tied up over here in the corner. Oh, slams her face down into the mat. Lazera definitely going to be feeling the effects of that. Matt Revelation, I'm not sure what happened to him. He must be on the outside of the ring somewhere. I turned to put the belt away and he's missing from the ring, so I must have missed something there, folks. Sorry about that. The Nightmare now dishing out some more punishment to Lazera here. And oh, hey, there's Matt Revelation. Big right hand out of the side of the head. Oh, slams him into the garage door. Coming around right out into your living room here. Now what do they? These two are appearing to go outside. Joey, the referee, is giving chase here. Here we go now, coming to the outside. Oh, Matt Revelation's laying here on the ground, folks, out here in the garage. I better get out of the way here. The Nightmare's setting up out here farther out in the garage. I don't want to get in the middle of this. Lazera now makes her way outside of the arena, so there's none of the competitors are even in the building.
Hold him.
Oh, look out, Joey. Lazera telling the Nightmare to grab a hold of Joey, or to grab a hold of Matt Revelation, smashes that steel can over the face here now. Unbelievable, folks.
No match.
Right there, you can see that's just a steel gas can right there. Just unbelievable. The Nightmare now and Lazera making their way out here farther into the driveway. When he do that, tell I thought it was going to hit you in the head because it bounced right back out. And the Nightmare now and Lazera beginning to do battle over here now. And here we go. Holy cow, look out. Coming right at you here, folks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Lazera now with his shoulder into the side of the Nightmare, sends him crumpling down.
This is awesome.
That Revelation, I believe, has been busted open. Now walks into basically a slap from Lazera. Definitely is stunned by that. Oh, big right hand though comes firing back at Lazera. Oh, baby. Shit, I just learned how my talking.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Has his head in the... Oh my goodness, just slammed his head in the car door. Oh my God. Joey the referee right there on top of him to see if he's okay. No movement is all. Lazera's back up onto her feet, as is the Nightmare here. That Revelation laying motionless, folks. We were out in the driveway here. Oh, smashes the bottle over the back of Lazera's head. Just an unbelievably brutal match. Lazera collapsing down onto the front of the pickup truck out here in the driveway. Using the cord now that's actually supplying the electricity into our building here, using it to choke out Matt Revelation. Now you hear the sirens. Perhaps they're on the way here. We're going to need an ambulance at this rate, folks. Lazera down on the ground out here just in front of the truck. I'm hoping she's okay. Sends him up, sends him crashing over into the side of the garage. Now they're making their way more farther into the backyard here.
Oh no! Oh, I almost hit someone with my cigarette.
Now it's a shot to the midsection here. Now he's just raining knees up into the midsection.
Can't fight, are you?
Lazera with I believe that's a chunk of wood. Oh, it had a metal bar in the middle of it. It looked like just one of them little swimming pool toys, but it had a.
Come on!
Now smashes it into the midsection of Matt Revelation. You can hear Ezreal the Nightmare Knight coughing up a lung over here. Just unbelievable. Oh, now it's a crutch to the midsection of Lazera. Since they've came outside, the brutality level has been jacked up here, folks. Just unbelievable. All three of these competitors. Oh, and it's a cookie sheet now over the head of Matt Revelation. Takes it. Oh, now it's a cookie sheet off the head of the Knight, Ezreal the Nightmare Knight. Lazera, since they came outside, I would say definitely has the upper hand at this juncture. Oh, it takes a huge stick now, smashes it twice. Ezreal the Nightmare begging for mercy here. Lazera says she'll have none of that. A stick to the midsection, and once again sends the Nightmare crashing down onto the front of the car parked here. Matt Revelation comes in. It's a kick now from the Nightmare. Slams his head down off the roof of the car here. Matt Revelation just collapses down to the ground. Now the Nightmare and Lazera both have cookie sheets. Now what are they doing? Oh my goodness, just sends Matt Revelation, gets a cookie sheet to the front and the back of the head.
Just got knocked out.
Sends him just crashing down to the ground. My goodness me, folks. His ears are going to be ringing next week when we have our show next Wednesday night. The Nightmare now setting him up. What's he doing here? Oh, sends him through the 2x4 into the tree. And the Nightmare's fired up. Oh, Kinsey comes flying in with a huge right hand. Just unbelievable here so far. The Nightmare and Lazera now over onto the trampoline here. What a brutal match this has been so far. Lazera and the Nightmare now up on the trampoline beginning to do battle here. The Nightmare goes flying off. I think he thought Matt Revelation was standing outside off of the trampoline, but he wasn't there. Lazera now up onto the trampoline, comes flying off. The Nightmare actually catches her though, setting her up. Oh, what's he gonna do now? Picks her up. Now what's he going to do with her? My goodness me. Elbows now to the back of the head. Just saved Lazera there. I'm not sure what to do. Oh, DDTs him onto the ground out here, folks. There's no give to this out here. We now have a cover. And there it is. We have a 3 count. So that would mean that Lazera is now the Mayhem Division champion. Just unbelievable action here, folks. Just unbelievable.
What is this? Come on!
We're going to need a whole team of paramedics out here with the way this match just went. My goodness, golly me,
folks. I trained this girl for months, and this is what I get for it?
She won the championship. What are you talking about? She's now the Mayhem Division champion. And there she is,
This is
Lazera.
what champ looks like.
There you go, the new adrenaline.